Guys, is this the end of the capitulation and we can expect some pumps coming from now on or not? This is something that we are going to try to find out in this video. So if you are new, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and of course hit the notification bell. Now guys, let's have a look at the chart of Kaspa on 4-hourly time frame. So what we are experiencing is, as I mentioned in the previous video, is that we are experiencing higher highs and we are being supported by that upward sloping trend line for Kaspa. So that's the first thing. Stochastic RSI is basically showing us that we are very close to the ceiling and downward momentum potentially can occur. Now looking at the daily time frame, guys, we can clearly see that Kaspa is basically going to see a retest of this level as a 15, well, almost 16 cents as a support. However, the stochastic RSI on a daily is showing us upward move for Kaspa. So let's see how that is going to play out. I wouldn't be surprised if Kaspa is going to see the drop at the time of recording this video, of course, of, well, roughly 3%. I don't think that this is something big to be worried about. And now guys, looking at the weekly time frame for Kaspa, right? What is happening? We've got 1 day left for this candle to close. This is very important. Well, 1 day and 19 hours at the time of recording this video, and the candle that I'm talking about is this one. All right, so that is a weekly candle. So if that candle is going to close green, this is going to be a bullish sign from the technical point of view. We can see that bulls are supporting the price of Kaspa tremendously. So I do believe that this is going to close on green, but heck, let's see, everything might happen. Now let's actually have a look at the chart itself, guys. So obviously nothing really changed from the standpoint of the chart on a weekly, but guys, everything is still going according to the plan. If I'm going to zoom out this chart, everything is still looking very juicy on a zoomed out picture for Kaspa. And of course, moments like that of overall stagnation in the market are normal, I believe. So that's the first thing. Of course, the thing that happened with Japan recently, of course, negatively contributed into the Kaspa's price. Nonetheless, I think that this is nothing to be worried about. This is just a beautiful time, beautiful opportunity to scoop up some more Kaspa. So we are sitting at 92 if it comes to current reward. The next reward is sitting at 87. The next reduction is scheduled in 25 days. We are sitting at 85% mined. That is huge. Hash rate is sitting at 733 petahash per second, and all-time highs are sitting at 788 petahash per second. The question is, can we get 800 by tomorrow? Heck, let's see. Now, looking at the overall market, we are sitting at 55 neutral. So as I was mentioning in a previous update, the market is basically going towards the right side. Nonetheless, the price of BTC doesn't actually really reflect that. However, that weekly candle at the time of recording this video, of course, is looking very bullish, and I do believe it's going to stay that way. All right, so let's see what is going to happen. Now guys, let's have a look at a couple of interesting charts that hopefully are going to help us to determine of what we can expect soon for Kaspa's price and of course overall market. So shout out to Mr. Mickey Bull Crypto, and this is a weekly chart for BTC. Capitulation after the buy signal is ending. Get ready for a violent markup that usually follows. So that's the first chart. And another chart by altcoins. Mr. Mickey Bull Crypto is saying that the cycle of macro final capitulation is ending, and you should get ready for the parabolic expansion that will follow. And he loves how it follows the 2020 alt season path. So let's have a look. What is he talking about? All right. So that was the top in the previous cycle, right? Then we had the bear trend. Then we had the first takeoff that we have experienced in here. And after that, we had a massive drop. All right, and after that we had a parabolic rally. So if we are going to look at this cycle, that was the peak for altcoins. Then we've dropped significantly. We've experienced the first takeoff in the end of the previous year and beginning of this one, and now we've got this massive drop. So the question is, can we experience a parabolic rally again if the history is going to repeat? And also shout out to Mr. Scalping Pro, and he's saying that altcoins market cap is testing the long-term upward sloping trend line again. The trend line has served as a strong support zone since 2017. Over the past 7 years, each time the altcoins market cap has tested this support zone, we have seen a significant bounce in altcoins. If history repeats, we might witness a nice uptrend similar to what we saw in the previous cycle. Guys, let's have a look what this guy is talking about. So obviously that is a double bottom, whatever, that we have experienced in the previous cycle. We had the last dip and then the breakout, right? hashtag the first leg outside of that accumulation zone. Then we had the proper dip and the first leg up, which is basically in here, all right? And after that we had a strong aggressive uptrend. So if we are going to look at this run, that was our accumulation phase, obviously, the first leg up, and then we had this boring sideways price action which goes downward, and that is something that we can see on Bitcoin's chart as well. And now we are touching this long-term upward sloping trend line, and according to this chart, we could see the bounce, heck, in coming days. Let's see, because lots of people were shaken out of the market. And this is usually what market makers are doing. And, well, people that are basically manipulating the market. Anyways, let's have a look at another chart. So shout out to Mr. Prof. And he's asking, what if? Just because we've seen another dump doesn't mean that the descending broadening wedge is invalid. A reclaim of the dotted trend line is necessary for this scenario. So let's have a look, guys. So we had the touch of the support if it comes to the candle. The wick obviously went as low as 40 something K for BTC on a daily chart, by the way. And if we are going to go towards the upside at the moment, and we are going, I believe, that is going to be something, well, I believe significant, because, you know, this time we potentially could broke above, and this is the dotted trend line that he's talking about in the chart, guys. All right, so if we are going to go above this dotted trend line, that is going to be huge, all right, because there is additional level of support with confirmations in these areas. 2 days until the weekly candle of the USDT dominance closes. This shooting star candle would be the most bearish candle in years, plus a 3-year uptrend was broken and bearishly retested. USDT dominance down equals BTC and altcoins up. And the question is, are we finally getting the bull run? Well, at the moment, this candle is actually 1 day and 19 hours at the time of recording this video. But guys, time is ticking, all right? If that candle is going to close red, that is going to be a bullish sign for crypto holders. Guys, another chart, all right? So that is a daily chart for BTC. And Mr. Prof is saying that BTC is back above the daily EMA 200 line. A reclaim of this line has always led to a sharp rise in prices in recent years. So guys, another bullish sign, all right? Because a couple of days ago, I was basically mentioning that we are trading below this MA. And according to the history, which is logged in here, we can see that these were the best times to actually accumulate crypto. So history is repeating, I believe. And now shout out to Mr. Thomas, and he's saying that this will never change. The collapse will happen in our lifetimes. Be ready, buy Bitcoin, and vote for the right people. And speaking voting for the right people, I'm going to say something very soon, so make sure that you pay attention, guys. All right, the debt is just growing, and this is nothing good for us. So voting for the right people, this is basically what he meant, all right? So at the moment, as of the time of recording this video, we got 49 versus 49% for both of the candidates, right? Mr. Crypto Rover is saying that if Kamala wins the 2024 election, we will get a World War III and the biggest global depression of our lives. Guys, this is definitely not out of the question. I am not saying that Mr. President Donald Trump is perfect, but I believe that he's the best we've got at this point in time. Ladies and gents, again, please make sure that you vote for the right people, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.